Hey guys, Gary here with Piedmont Fishing. Going to do another kayak review here, and this is on my Old Town Sportsman 106 powered by Minn Kota. This is my fourth kayak I've owned. First one was Hobie Pro Angler 12. Second one was a Native Slayer Propel 10. I still have that one. My youngest boy uses it now. I still use it some, but he uses it. My oldest boy has a Wilderness Systems Radar 115. I use it some too, occasionally, depending on where I'm going to go. But this is for the last 6 months, this is the main one I've been using, and I wanted to wait and do a review till I fished out of it pretty extensively so I could do a good, honest review of it. Not much bad I can say about this, but there are one or two things. So, but I'll let you know the good and the bad on it and everything. So let's get started on it. Okay, we'll start here at the front of the kayak. You can see down there it's got a good sharp V entry, takes waves real well. No problems at all. I don't river fish out of this one, so it's not the best paddling kayak, so I'll say that up front. So I don't really take it in the rivers. I'll take the native if I'm going to go in a river. But if you're buying a lake fishing kayak or flat, saltwater, whatever, give this one some serious consideration, because it's a game changer. But I'll show you a little bit more about it up front. It's got a hatch right here. I put my trolling motor battery, not my trolling motor, my electronics battery down in there, and that's about all I store in there. It's got plenty of other storage. You don't really need that much. But like I say, got the lift handle right there. Your foot pedals, let's see, I'll move the camera on back here a little bit, but where you can see a little bit more on the inside of it. There we go. Now the foot pedals actually steer the kayak, so left and right, you push them forward and they're adjustable. You can move them forward and reverse, get them set up for your feet. The best thing on it is the motor right here. It's a 45-pound thrust Minn Kota trolling motor. If you get in shallow water, you just tilt it up, it stays like that. Put it down, lock it in place, and to get it out, all you do is turn these little levers, and then you just lift it right out. Nothing to it. Like I say, that's the best part of the kayak right there. This plugs in right there. Your battery's under the seat. When I go back a little further, I'll show you that. I'll show you how I got it set up a little bit too. Okay. So over on that side right there, a little bit hard to see. I'll try to zoom in a little bit with the camera here. You got your track system right here. You can mount whatever you want to on it. One downside to this kayak is the track system. It's a plastic track system. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather have an aluminum track system. I think it'd hold stuff in place better. But it's been fine so far. But I don't mount rod holders up here. I'm afraid if I get a striper on or something, a big fish, it might pull it, might actually break them. So not a big fan of those. But that's about one of the only downsides. Up here I got my GoPro with my fuel extended battery, which is a 9-hour battery. So I hope to bring you some good videos. I hadn't used it yet, just got it, so should allow me to get some more videos. I've been using these Sony cameras, and the battery goes dead in about an hour, so I miss a lot of fish and haven't been able to make a lot of good videos because of it. But I hope this year is different. But I am going to use the Sony to help, capture the landing of the fish and maybe the release of the fish, kind of point down towards the water. Moving back here, I got my anchor, little quick tie right there. We'll go over here to this side, and looking at it here, I got my Humminbird. That's a Helix 7 SI, great depth finder. I power it with a amp 18, I believe it's amped energy 18 amp hour battery up under that front hatch, and I'll post a link to that, so if you want to get one. Let's move around the other side. I'll show you something pretty cool on it too. Right here, you can tuck your measuring board right up under there. It's actually made for it. It's got a little slot that holds it in place. I think that's pretty neat right there. We'll turn around here and look at the seat. Everything. There's a rod holder right there. You can stick a rod. Straight up. If you're taking a fish off, kind of helps, keep it in place, and you can take the fish off right there. I mounted these. They're rail system rod holder, and I mounted them to, if I want to troll, I can put the rod in there and troll with it. And I like that better because it's not on the track. Like I say, the track's kind of a weak link of this kayak. Coming back to the seat, it's a very comfortable seat. Does great. You can fish out of it all day, no problem. The only thing I don't like about it is it don't have a height adjustment. This kayak is so stable, I think you could set a lot higher on it, and I'd like to see them make a seat with a height adjustment on it. So that's one thing that I don't really like on it. Well, I mean, it's no problem, but it sets up pretty high anyway, about as high as any other kayak. But that is one thing that could be improved on. Over here, you got a little pocket you can store baits or pliers or fish grippers, and it's got one on both sides, so you can drink. It's even made. It's got a little rounded spot you can put your drink in there. You got 2 drink holders on the other side of the seat over there. It's a very stable kayak. I mean, extremely, probably the most stable kayak I've been on. Even I've had a Hobie Pro Angler 12. So, but this one is every bit, if not more stable than it. And the seat, I'll show you. To get it out, you just pop it out, and your battery's up under there. So I'll take that out. Right now I'm just running a 55 amp hour battery, 12 volt AGM battery. It's pretty light, about 35 pounds. No, not even 35 pounds. But it's light. They recommend a 110 amp hour battery, but I've run this one trolling for stripers at average of 2 to 2.5 miles an hour, pulling umbrella rigs, and trolled for 4 and 5 hours, and still had almost a half battery to get back to the landing on. So if you're going to fish all day, 8-10 hours, I'd probably go with the 110 amp hour, but that one's that one's pretty good. So it's got it straps in there, and then there's a secondary strap that holds it in. So if you do flip over, you're not losing your battery. Your throttle. Your throttle over here on the other side, you just forward, you know, you can go as slow as you want to go, or you can go as fast as you want to go. And it's got a reverse. You know, it's just like on a boat. Very easy to use, and you got a little battery meter over there. You can push it and tell how much battery life you got on the thing. So does good and everything. Now, moving on back, I don't know what this is. It's well, you couldn't even say it. I don't know what this is. It's aluminum. I don't think it has a purpose. There's no electronics or anything in it, so who knows what they had intended there. But anyway, it's up under the seat. You don't really see it. Right here, this deploys your rudder. You just flip it like that, and it'll deploy the rudder. I'll go ahead and deploy that so when I move back to the back of the kayak, you can see it. I'm going to take the camera out here, and we're going to move back to the back of the kayak. Moving on back here, you got a vertical rod holder here on each side of the kayak. You got another track system on the back, and zoom out a little bit. You got that track system on the back. I got my rod holders, and these are a cam lock rod holder. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you put your rod in there and it kind of locks it in, and when you get a fish you just pop it out. But pretty good little rod holder, and I'll try to put a link on there for them too. Coming to the back of the kayak, you got a huge tank well. I put I believe mine's a 64 quart cooler in the back there. I put a bait tank in the back there, so you can fit about anything in there. Then you come on back, you got your rudder system here. Big, huge rudder, turns extremely well. Huge steel cable that turns it, so don't think you can have any problems with that wearing out. It's got lift handles on each side right here that you can pick up, and it's a heavy kayak, so if you're gonna lift it, you know, it takes two people. It's heavy. You got your paddle park right here. You put it in there and then strap it down. Does good there, and you got side handles on each side too. Don't use those much, but it's good anyway. And then I'm gonna get up here and get up under this thing. We're gonna look. I'm gonna show you. Got the trolling motor there. I don't know if you can see that. It's getting dark on me out here, so you got the trolling motor there, and it sticks down. You probably draft maybe 12 inches at the most right there. And then moving up here, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll get up under there, but that's the transducer, and it's tucked up under there. The hull sticks down, so if you hit anything, it protects your transducer, but it still allows the side imaging to shoot there. So I think that's a cool design. Works perfect, pre-drilled for Humminbird side imaging depth finders, and it's a Johnson Outdoors kayak. So and they make Humminbirds, so that's why they make them to fit that. But we'll just kind of let you look over it in the inside. A lot of room in here. You can stand up real easy. Flat surfaces here. Nothing in the way. Just an excellent kayak. Guys, that's my review on the kayak here. Downsides are the plastic tracks and the non-adjustable seat. Other than that, I think it's probably the perfect kayak. It doesn't paddle that easy because it's short and wide. The longer ones would probably paddle a little bit better, but full speed does about 4.7 miles an hour. With me in it, I weigh about 205 pounds. Probably not something you're going to trailer in the back of a truck. So, or put in the back of a tailgate, in the bed of a truck. Excuse me. I'm trying to get in a hurry here. It's getting dark on me, and I want to get this video made. So, but I bought me a little jet ski trailer for it, and works perfect. I can just put all my stuff in it, back it up to the water, slide it in, tie it off at the dock, and then go get right in it and take off. So saves me a lot of time. I don't have to put it off in the parking lot and then unload my gear, put it in it, and stuff like that. Highly suggest you invest in a trailer. They make them with the iPilot, with spot lock and everything. I think it's about $1,500 more for that. I don't like it because the head sticks up in the kayak, kind of takes away some of the flat surface area in it. To me, it wasn't worth the extra $1,500 for the spot lock. So that's why I went with this one. Still, probably $1,500 less than a Hobie Pro Wrangler. In my opinion, way better kayak. I've had them both. Way better kayak. It's even cheaper than the Hobie Outback, and you got an electric motor in there, and then just the features on it. It's amazing. Like I say, if they make a few little improvements, adjustable seat and aluminum tracks, to me you couldn't get a better kayak. But anyway, that's my review. I hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe and comment down below, and if you subscribe, leave me a comment, and if you got any questions, leave me a comment. I'm not on YouTube every day, but I'll when I see it, I'll try to answer it as quick as I can, and tell you anything about the kayak you want to know, and maybe warms up a little bit, I'll try to get out on the lake, maybe do a lake tour with it. A little fishing video on it too. So got all my cameras now. I think I'm set up to do some better videoing, and so I think I can maybe this spring and this summer I'll bring some good videos, fishing videos out there for you too. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video.